Mach-10! Solinco Mach-10 review. This is automatically joining my top 10 strings of choice, and yeah, it's really that good. It's hard to surprise me, but this string has something interesting going on, guys. I think this string is a great choice for grinders. But yeah, let's now try to fit this string in the Solinco's catalog. Where does it fit? Yeah, let's go to the review. So obviously, Solinco Confidential seems to be the starting point for the Mach-10. I think the main aim from Solinco was to make something a bit softer, with a bit more pocketing sensation. Maybe slightly faster breaking time, because Confidential at first kinda feels stiff. So Mach-10 basically should be an evolution of Confidential 125. And I think Solinco achieved this goal. Mach-10 is definitely softer with a bit more pocketing, and kinda the side effect that is almost always there is you get a bit more power. But somehow Mach-10 feels like a bit denser string. So the power potential, even if it's maybe a little bit increased, the launch angle is a bit more natural. So launch angle isn't as high, the jump is more predictable, more linear through the chord. It gives me actually even better control. I wouldn't say this string should be your choice if you're looking for this pure power. It is still within the Solinco's catalog. And yeah, when I was playing with Mach-10, three group of strings came to my head. First, obviously, Solinco Confidential. Second would be Turbite Soft. And the third would be Solinco Outlast. The red one, round one, and with a bit more gummy feel, more muted. To me, Mach-10 is a hybrid of those three strings. It gives me similar bite, control of the Confidential 125, but it is a bit softer with a bit more pocketing, taken from the Turbite Soft and Outlast. It takes a bit more racket head speed to import spin with the Outlast. However, it gives you a bit more control on those slower strokes, I would say. Turbite Soft is a softer version of the regular Turbite, but at the same time doesn't offer as much spin potential as the regular Turbite. And Mach-10, I think it is very close to the Turbite Soft, but with a slightly more dense feel. It's like a foam-filled racket, but now we are talking about the strings. So yeah, the feel is a bit more on a muted side, but still within the range of Turbite Soft and Outlast. That's why Jenson Brooksby is probably trying this string out, coming from Turbite Soft, Outlast, now with Mach-10. Let's see if he can make the switch. I think this string should suit his playstyle, maybe a bit more about redirecting the ball, counter punches, feel of the chord. This is where Mach-10 really shines. Forgiveness, great feel. Power to control ratio is kinda in the middle. The ball is not jumping hard from the string. You still have to give your intention to the ball. I think it is a very refreshing string, especially for the Turbite Soft and Outlast users, because it is kinda there, but still with a little tweak to feel, tweak to the response, maybe playability duration, definitely longer than the Confidential 125. I think Confidential has quite big initial drop, and I think Confidential feels on my hands like a slightly harsher string, so Mach-10 feels a bit more softer. The spin potential is definitely below the regular Turbite, maybe slightly below Confidential 125, because Confidential is a stiffer string with slightly, I think, sharper edges. So with stiffer string you get also a bit more control, so you can accelerate more without making mistake hitting long. However, with the stiffer string you give up a bit on comfort, on power, and forgiveness. This is where Mach-10 comes in, I think. It offers a bit more forgiveness. The sensation is a bit cleaner, it's less harsh, and yeah, playability duration, I think, is a bit longer. I think the power potential is on the same shelf as Alu Power, Solinco Turbite Soft, and Outlast. Yeah, you have a little bit of this kick, of this boost, but it's still a very contour-oriented string, I would say. And it's not really a racket-sensitive string. You can put it in everything and it should be fine. I think E-zone users will like it, blade users for sure will like it. Counterpunchers and those who want to unload with everything they got without really looking for winners. But for those who want to be aggressive, to keep the momentum, keep the body positive, keep the acceleration quite fast, but without any expectations. It's not for those who are looking to shorten the exchange, I think. For example, in the Whiteout V2, I wasn't getting same kick as with the Turbite or Turbite Soft. So it's still, I think, a bit closer to confidential when it comes to the DNA and the overall response. From the Turbite family, the response is a bit more trampoline-like. With Turbite Soft, a bit less of this trampoline, but also a bit softer feel. Regular Turbite, yeah, a bit stiffer. Let me know what do you think about the string. Have you tried it? I think it's worth testing, and that's it. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, say hello in the comments, and see you soon.